Hello Lagos, hello Nigeria, hello Africa, hello world. Welcome back again to your one and favorite podcast, Alive with Clemens. My name is Akitsonde Clemens, as you all know. I'm the host on this podcast. It's been a long time since the last episode. This is the fifth one now, and today I have a guest with me. We're going to continue the conversation that we've been having on love, relationships, sex, and all that. And today my guest is no other person but Prince.
Hi.
Good afternoon, Prince.
Good afternoon.
Nice to have you here.
Nice.
Do you mind doing a quick introduction? Tell us about yourself, what you do, who you are.
All right. My name is Prince. I'm a key opinion leader and a community builder, and also an investor in the Web3 space. I do a couple of investments, both crypto investments and real life investments as well.
Real life investment. Does it include anything like real estate?
Yes, lands, houses.
Okay, wow, that's interesting. So you live a double life, Web2, Web3 life, all together.
Yes.
And how has that been so far for you?
It's been great, but to be honest, I feel like Web3 investment has, been more of a, because I feel like you get more returns quickly, Web3 than Web2. Because obviously buying lands, houses, you have to wait annually, but it could happen in months in crypto. So.
Okay, well, that's interesting. But our conversation is not on the business investment part today. We're here to talk about love and social media, basically. And like I said, it's nice to have you. And guys, it's nice to also have you watching at this moment. Please stay with us. We'll be right back. This is Alive with Clemens. Welcome back, guys. This is Alive with Clemens. I still have my guest here, Prince of Web3. Let me call him that. That is what is popularly known as on the streets of Lagos. So today we're talking about love and social media. Basically, how social media affects our love lives. Since the beginning of social media, the internet, since Obasanjo gave us the gift, it's been one drama upon another. It's been one sweet story after the other, and also chaos upon chaos. So today we're going to be talking about the dynamics that love has with the influence of social media, basically. So I have a couple of questions for my guest today, Prince. But first of all, I would like to ask about your opinion in general about love. Just love now. Let's put social media aside for now. We're coming back to it. That's the main thing. But for now, let's talk about love itself.
See, personally, I've always been someone that doesn't really believe in love, right? But coming to accepting love, I feel like love is just a phase of life where we all have to pass through. Love is basically you trying to understand somebody more and just get to know them and building something together. That's what I feel like love is. It's more of understanding. It's a spectrum of life, where you understand each other and you want to, you don't want to move forward with life by yourself. You just want to have somebody by your side, pulling through. That's what I feel love is, to be honest.
Okay. Do you agree with people that there is a difference in understanding and definition of love to the Gen Z compared to the millennials or older generations? Or do you think it's still the same?
No, I don't think so, to be honest, because our parents told us how they met, and I think personal experience, my mom said she was probably walking out from school and she saw my dad probably by the tree side. He was always coming back to her and stuff like that. But that doesn't really work now, because I feel like the Gen Zs, there has to be some certain kind of there has to be some certain type of things you have to have, or there's some kind of levels you have to get to for you to be able to date some certain type of people. Do you understand? So it's totally different. You have to meet some certain standards. If you don't meet those standards, at the back of your mind, you're like, oh no, I can't be in a relationship. I cannot love. Whereas that's not how it should be, right? Love is more of understanding. Not really what you have. Basically, it's basically two people building each other, like I said.
Yeah.
Right. So now it's more centered on the male side. The guy has to meet some certain standards, for him to be able to get into love. But as a lady, you can fall into love with anybody, rich, poor, broke. So it's totally different. That was 100 years ago. That was not how it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting to know. Now, talking about the standards, it means we would have to go into the topic itself, love and social media, because there are certain standards that the social media in general are set for relationships these days. When you want to, there are certain standards that you need to add in place, like you said, and there are certain standards that the person needs to meet. You didn't mention that, but Now that I want to ask you, do you draw certain standards for whoever you're going to be in a relationship with, or the person you are you in a relationship right now?
Yes, actually.
Okay. Did you like come up with your own standards that they needed to meet before like starting the relationship with them?
Okay, everybody has standards, yes, but I did not put out some, specific standards, right? Because obviously, before I go into a relationship, there are things I look out for, and it's beyond beauty, it's beyond, a woman that is actually endowed, right? She has to be somebody that is caring, she has to be somebody that understands, because it's one thing our generation lacks. There are ladies that don't understand. They're like, oh, some ladies say, oh, I don't care if my guy is handsome, I don't care if he's this or that, as long as he has money, respect. I don't want to be with ladies like that. I want to be with ladies that don't just see themselves, because every lady now thinks, oh, they are the prize, or what do you bring to the table? They say they are themselves. I need a lady that has value, right? So I need to be able to see these things before going to the relationship. So the person I'm currently in a relationship with, I had studied her for like 6 months.
Wow.
Right, we were friends for 6 months. So we've had interactions, I've conversed. You have to be smart. Not really my term smart, you don't have to be like book smart. You have to be able to, know things. I feel like women really know things, because I feel like as a guy, some guys I could do things without really thinking about it. But for a woman to do something, she has thought it through, right? So she has to be someone that is smart. I know, if I'm missing out on some areas, she should be able to call my attention to it. If I'm losing it, she'll be like, babe, this. So those are basically, but they are not outright things that if you don't have this, because relationship, like I said, is building together. So if there are things I'm missing out of, she'll put me together and I do same together.
Okay.
Right, so
you did say that you guys were, is it a talk, would you want me to call it a talking stage now for 6 months?
We're friends.
Just friends?
Yes.
It wasn't a talking stage?
No, it wasn't.
Okay, so
see, to be honest, I didn't know I was going to be in a relationship with her.
Okay.
Right? Because I have so many female friends, and that's basically how I always have my relationship. I understand, we move together, and I don't usually make a move. Like I said at the beginning, I initially didn't really believe in love.
Okay.
I just decided, oh, she's my friend, she's a bit different, she checks a couple of boxes.
Okay.
Why don't I just go forward with her? So I think that's what happened, basically.
All right. So now you do believe in love?
Yes, I do.
Is there any doubt there?
No,
okay,
really.
You do believe in love.
Yes.
So you are in love. All right. So let's put it there. Now let's talk about how social media has, or let's look at it like this. You didn't believe in love at some point.
Yes.
Was social media one of the things that made you not believe in love?
What was actually the reason? I feel like I used to show social media. I would say social media partly because I used to listen to Juice WRLD.
Juice WRLD, okay.
Yes, so his music at time secondary school, I was always listening to his music, and it was always this thing about women and on social media as well. There are things I would scroll online, Instagram, see things about women. I don't want to be in that space, right? So, and I've always been a person that I don't want to be vulnerable to somebody, right? So I didn't really want to put myself in a situation where a woman would be able to control me or control my emotions. So I just had to stay on my own. Social media affected it as well. Like I said, I listened to Juice WRLD and things I saw. I just don't want to be, that guy.
Okay, fair enough. So now, the relationship you're having right now, how has social media contributed to the growth or affected it in any way negative?
In the relationship, she's actually not really a social media person per se. I think she's more of a private person.
Okay.
So I feel like if there's anybody that's really a social person, it's actually myself, because I have a couple of influence on Twitter and TikTok as well. So how does social media actually help? I feel like the lady actually said she likes men who model, because I used to model before.
Okay.
Right. So, and I used to post my things on the media. So I think the first time we met, I actually showed her a couple of things I did. Okay. My past runway shows and stuff like that. She actually liked. So I feel like it was actually one of the things that actually it was one of the maybe her box that it checked for her. So I feel like social media, helped in a way, because but not everybody likes their their partner to be someone really popular. I don't think I can date somebody that is really a social media person per se, because there's this perception of like girls that are really like popular on social media that they are. I don't think it's true, to be honest, but
Yeah.
you know, the things we see on social media affects the way we think.
Yeah, of
right?
course.
Exactly. So that was this mindset that if I'm actually with somebody that is really a social media person, then she will probably be like, I don't want to use some kind of words. She can just can't be for me alone, right? Because I can give her compliments and she gets 1,000 other compliments on her comment section. You know, she might
based
not
on
feel,
her post, yeah.
Yes, basically. So she might not really feel my love, and you know, I could just tell her, oh, I love you. Now comments, her DMs, she's getting thousands, and you know, so I feel like it's one of those things, yeah. But I don't think social media has really affected my relationship negatively, because I'm this kind of person. There are some certain things I don't want my woman to post, and like I said, she's not really a social media person, so she doesn't post them. So it hasn't really affected me, to be honest, because I wouldn't say my relationship is private, because I go to events, we go along, right? But social media hasn't really affected my relationship, negative wise and positive wise. We're just there,
like they're living it like traditional way.
Exactly, because to be honest, social media would affect it if we eventually get, you know, popular and stuff like that. Because you know, it's not like she doesn't get compliments in real life. She does, but social media.
I think I understand where you're coming from.
A whole lot.
I think I understand that. So basically, what you're trying to say is, if you were in a relationship with someone who was a social media person, like someone who posts a lot, maybe dances or posts about a day and all of that, there'll be so many suitors in our DMs or under our comments asking about, you know, trying to ask her out, trying to give compliments. The kind of person you are, you do not really want. You want it to be mostly you.
Because I personally don't accept those kind of compliments from. I have female friends, obviously, but they're not always all in my comment section.
Okay, now let's talk about you said you have a level of influence on social media, on Twitter. You said X now, and having influence comes with getting attention. It means you're able to get people's attention. Basically, that's what it's all about. So, how has that been for you? Do you have women or ladies or girls asking to like be with you, spend time with you, have a relationship with you while you've been in this relationship? If yes, how have you handled it?
Most times I just do not respond to comments, right? Because my woman, she obviously sees my TikToks, and not like I don't get compliments. I get compliments on.
No, I'm not, sorry to cut you. I'm not exactly talking about comments now. I'm talking about people actually that you've associated with over the period of time.
It's been a lot, actually.
Okay, so how has it been for you? How have you been able to handle that? Does that lead to you cutting off relationship with them? Or there are other ways you manage the situation?
So how I do it, I just avoid conversations, right? Because usually the ladies will try to, like, you know, I just tend to know when they are moving that way, and I just try to keep my conversations with other women. You know, it has to be either business wise or some other wise. So if I see the conversation is tilting, I don't cut people off necessarily, but you would know there is a distance. You know, you cross the line, and I'll just, you know, push you away necessarily. We could still be talking, hi, I could still be responding to your stuff, but you know, because I think a couple of times there have actually been people that really wanted to meet up so bad. They were calling, buzzing my phone. My woman saw these calls and she was pretty pissed about it. You know, but I just told her it's nothing. And she went through conversations and she just saw I wasn't really entertaining them. I don't push them away. I don't block. I don't delete contact. I just avoid. So that's basically what.
So you said she went through the conversation.
Yes.
Based on your relationship, you give access to your woman to like check your phone, check your socials, and so you're saying now, you know, there's something to say about Lagos boys, even the youngest and the oldest, about not being faithful. I know and understand that it's not everybody.
Yes.
Do you understand? So of the few percentage of men that can be trustworthy in relationship, you are standing firm that you are a loyalist when it comes to your relationship with your partner.
To the best of my knowledge, yes.
What does that answer? That's a very tricky answer. To the best of your knowledge.
Of my knowledge.
Okay.
See, the loyalty is I could be doing. Let's say, for example, I'm having a conversation with a lady, for example.
I think flirtatious conversation.
Not really flirtatious. For example, let's say I think there was a time I probably entertained, right? I think I was supposed to travel to. I was supposed to travel to Port Harcourt for a wedding, right? So there was a lady that really wanted to meet up so bad, right?
In Port Harcourt?
Yes.
Okay.
And I was kind of entertaining the conversation, but I did not eventually travel for the wedding. I had to, I had to call, I had to call because it was actually my guy that was actually wedding. I just had to tell him, Mom, I'm not coming. Because
Okay.
if I had gone, I would have, probably had something to do with her. So the conversation was, I was trying to entertain, trying to understand what she wants, because she's actually a fine lady, of course.
Okay.
Right. So, and my lady didn't really sit well with it. So it's like, oh, why are you entertaining this one, this one? So to best of my knowledge, I would have thought that, oh, maybe it's just a normal conversation. To me, it's loyalty. Right. But to my woman, she doesn't find it funny.
Okay.
Right. So loyalty, I just feel like it's I don't know how to put it basically. I could think I'm, loyal in a relationship where my woman doesn't think me entertaining people it's loyal or faithful.
Okay, okay. So, I think I understand that now. So if she were to measure your loyalty, she could say that okay, to a certain point you've been disloyal, but at the same time your disloyalty are pardonable.
Yeah. So that's what I said to the best of my knowledge.
Okay, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. So we're going to go on a quick break right now. We'll be right back to continue the conversation. This time around, I'll be asking some I don't know, should I call it open-ended questions or more direct? No, not open-ended, like direct questions on social media, your perspective about other people, and we might do just more than that, but we'll find out. We'll find out. So stay with us, guys. This is Live with Clems. Welcome back, guys. This is the Live with Clems. Thanks for staying with us to this point. I still have Prince here, Prince of Web3 to be precise now. And we've had conversation on love and social media. Basically, we've talked about Prince, his relationship, how he has handled his love life, and how social media has influenced. According to him, social media hasn't really had an effect because he has been doing it the traditional way. I don't know if that's the best way to go about relationships today, but anyways, if that works for you, fine. So let's talk about other people now. Let's talk about people who actually believe in PDA. You know what PDA means?
Yeah.
Public display of affection. People who actually prefer to, put out their experiences with their loved ones or with their lover on the internet, like going to the beach, to the cinema house, traveling outside the country together, and putting all of those things in record. Do you think it passes right? Do you think what do you think about it now? Does it pass a right message to people who are aspiring to be in a relationship, or it misguides them? Or do you think it actually helps them, the people in the relationship? What kind of perspective or perception do you have, rather, about it? PDA.
Okay. So personally, I do PDA, right? I actually go on dates with it doesn't have to be about me, but I'm just
free.
Right, I'm just giving.
I'm sure your lady will be smiling watching this.
Alright, so we've gone on a couple dates and we posted it on TikTok.
Okay.
Right, and I feel like it's ladies always want reassurance, right? But not all ladies. I'm just speaking about myself, for example. She just likes the post on, but it just has to be like, public display when you go out on dates and it ends there. Unlike other people that actually, they post their bedroom, their kind of affections in their,
okay, like scenes where they are kissing.
Yeah. So it just has to be probably dates. If you go on vacation, I think it's posting it might just kind of give her reassurance that, oh, okay. But I don't think it does keep a relationship, to be honest. Right? It doesn't. But just to reassure a woman that, okay, you're proud of her, because I think it was an issue in the earlier times of the relationship. She's not really a social media person, but I feel like they just like them saying, okay, my man is actually proud of me. He posts, so I think I just had to readjust. Okay, why don't I give it a try? Let's just start posting on. But it has to just be things that obviously make people, oh, this couple, this. So that's just basically what I've been doing basically in my own relationship.
Okay.
Right. So
let's go outside now.
Okay.
What's your own opinion about people who do it? Do you think it can be fake, or it's fake at times?
Okay, so
people go to a very large extent to put things out about their love life sometimes that doesn't exactly look real. Some people even post pictures and videos and don't show the face of the man. Okay,
so basically, I don't think I'm in a position to judge, right? Because at the end of the day, people social media is not real. Like, right? That's why I said you posting your partner doesn't really guarantee you guys lasting long, right? But they just do it just to make yourself happy basically. You could have a relationship that is tumbling, but you just want people to feel like, oh, this relationship is it's fine. You know, so some people call it oppression. I don't really get oppressed with things like that. You understand? So I'm not really in a position to see whether, oh, they are, you know, it's right or it's not right. You know, I feel like they just want people to just have a view of their relationship. Everybody just wants to have a perfect relationship, whereas I don't think there's any perfect relationship. So people posting, you know, their relationship online just to make people feel like, oh, you know, I'm this guy. At the end of the day, if they end the relationship, they all take it down and they start a new relationship. They start posting against, oh, my new partner, we're good, we're cool, you know. And some people even go to the extent of posting to get back at their ex.
Yeah, there's that.
Right. So, you know, it's just basically everybody just wants, you know, people to think they are in a perfect relationship, basically. So I wouldn't call it they're faking it. You know, social media is not real. You know, we just post. A couple of people go to the extent of posting fake things, posting fake partners, you know, stuff like that. So I think I've seen Gen Zs, you know, some guys who post, oh, I'm chilling with your babe, you know, those kind of things and stuff. So social media is basically not real. So, you know, I just let people do whatever they want.
Yeah. Now, talking about social media, there was a story I came by one time. I think it was on Instagram where a lady said she posted a gift that a man got for, I think it was a car. I'm not very sure. I think it was a car. She got the gift, and people saw it and were like, wow, your man is so sweet, nice, all of that. She tagged the man in the post. Do you understand? And I think a few days later or a few weeks later, she came back to say to women on her post that they should leave her husband alone, because apparently people took note of the tag, went to his DM and tried to lure him or try to get his attention. Other women, let me put it straight now, try to get his attention. Now, that's in a point is one of the effects of social media and love life.
Yeah.
Because the man made it open about the approach he got from different women. Now, there are cases, like you said, you had an encounter like that where someone else, you were entertaining the person at some point, but you made it open to your partner, and your partner told you, like, she lets you know it wasn't something she was okay with. And luckily for you, it didn't happen. So there are some cases where if the man now, for instance, if he was the typical Lagos man, the way people describe Lagos men to be promiscuous and everything, he might have given in to that. And the infidelity would be blamed on the man, basically. But to an extent, it would look as if the wife opened the door. But of course, like they say, if you do not already have something in you, there's no way you get it done. But at least we can also say putting something like that online and letting it know is kind of not so ideal. In my own opinion now, my own personal opinion, I don't exactly, before, I'm a big fan of, not even a fan, I just think it was natural then to put your partner out there, your experiences, put it out there, not necessarily because I want to oppress anybody or because I want anybody to feel like I'm having a perfect relationship. No, but it was just entertaining. Like you said, it makes people happy. I was happy, my partner was happy that we had things like that on. But at some point, after the relationship ended, I think it wasn't last year or this year, there was an anonymous I did to get people's opinion on a podcast episode. And I think 2 people mentioned that they were excited that the relationship ended because they were feeling oppressed by it. Now, to an extent, I told people that I spoke with that it may have sounded like banter, but it showed that people were actually not happy about things like that. Like you said now, social media is not real. You post your achievements, you post your lover, people can very well say, wow, you guys look so cute together, and still be looking forward to you guys breaking up. People can equally say they like this for you, you guys are a good match, this, that, I wish you happy married life, yada yada. And deep down, they actually want your fall, because those people will still turn around when the situation gets ugly. Do you understand? So from my own personal opinion, I wouldn't say social media has actually been a positive or a negative per se, but to an extent, from my own personal experience, I don't think it's something to be entertained. I don't know if you'd agree with me, but what do you think about having a private relationship but not keeping it secret? I don't know if you understand that. What do you think about that?
That works too. Like I said, I feel like whether you want to do public display of affection, it's you and your partner at the end of the day, right? Because if you guys break up, you know, if it's online, everybody knows that you guys are broken up.
Exactly.
But if it's something that you guys people can only judge what they see, right? So some people are private people. I have so many friends that have had private relationship. So whether your relationship is private or public whether it doesn't determine if the relationship will last, right? But at the end of the day, I feel like if your relationship is private, but if you go out on dates and stuff, you still show how people would not see the bond, right? So I feel like that still works too, to be honest. But it still doesn't necessarily mean it's better than we could argue. It's not really arguing, it's just perspective.
I understand, and I agree with you. So I have just one question. Just one question before we wrap this up. The question is, do you think social media makes cheating easier or just expose what's already there?
Okay. So social media exposes it, actually, right? Because a person would not cheat if they don't want to, right? But social media, I feel like social media I'll say it amplifies it, basically. It brings the person in you. Because as a guy, even in real life, if you're a really handsome person, if you go to parties, you go to events, ladies will always tell you you're a cute guy, you're fine, you're handsome, you have money, I like you. Some ladies could pretend that they like you and stuff like that. So social media actually amplifies cheating, because if you don't want to, you won't cheat, to be very honest, right? Because you meet people in day-to-day life. Some people could ask you a question, or they want to meet up. It's what you eventually do at the end of the day. So cheating basically is pressing. Some ladies will say all guys are promiscuous, whereas not all guys actually are. Some guys are probably not comfortable with their relationship, or they're not just getting some certain kind of satisfaction in a person. Personally, I feel like I'm not the kind of person that actually can date two people, or can I feel like if I'm with one person, I just want to be with one person.
Okay, but why is that? I mean, people do it. I'm not saying it's okay.
Yeah.
But people do it. Why is it impossible for you? Do you think it's impossible, or you've never tried it?
It's not about try it. I've not given myself the opportunity to try it, because I don't want to. Right? Because I'm a very busy person. So I don't want relationship alone. I feel like, if you're not someone that is actually based, the relationship alone will distract you from your goals. Right? So I feel like if at all I want to just give my attention to somebody, it has to just be one person. Do you understand? So at the end of the day, it's still your mindset. Okay, I want to be with one person, and I want to stick with her till it ends and stuff like that. But so many guys will feel like, I want to just have extra people. So in case I'm traveling, I just have somebody to be with. So at the end of the day, social media has an effect. But it just amplifies it, because on social media, by the time you start making posts as a guy, I'm traveling to Benin City, then the ladies in Benin, hi, I'm in Benin, let's meet up. So social media just amplifies it. But if you're going somewhere for something and you do not want to, I just avoid it. Personally, I'm more of the kind of person that avoids, like I say. You understand? So social media just brings it out in you. Same with ladies. Some ladies will say, some ladies say, my guy, they cheat on their husbands, or they cheat on their husband actually gives them money and stuff like that, but he doesn't give them the attention. Right? They get this attention from social media, because their husband is not hyping them up, and they're getting the hype from every other person. Do you understand? So at the end of the day, if she doesn't want to cheat, there are ladies that have actually their husband have traveled abroad. I don't know. I can't.
I understand.
But what we feel like is, they were actually patient. Their husband traveled out for 3 years, 4 years. I can't say, but there are obviously ladies that would wait. I don't know how they do it, but they wait. Do you understand? So it's just your person. You understand? If you want to cheat, some ladies, if their husband is even giving them everything, the fact that you understand. So cheating is basically a person. Social media just brings it out. You understand? So that's why once she cheats, or once he cheats, just it's always been there. There's nothing like all those excuses.
Fair enough. Good talk from you, Prince, honestly. But just a random question now. Would you forgive a cheating partner?
No.
That was quick.
No.
Okay, let's not talk about that.
No, we'll talk about it. To be honest, because I told my partner, beginning of the first day in the relationship, I told her, if I ever cheat, just go. I won't stop.
Okay.
Do you understand? Because it's for me to say I don't want to cheat, it's basically my person. So if I'm cheating with somebody, if I'm cheating on you with somebody, it means I don't have there are some things you're lacking that I want. You understand? So for me to go out, some people, social media will just, like I said, social media is a really terrible place. Social media will just social media will justify guys. Oh, guys are promiscuous. Da 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 da.
Yeah.
But when it comes to ladies, they'll say she's a
bring out the hammer.
Now,
nail them to the
do you
wall.
understand? So social media is really wild. At the end of the day, it's still person. You get right. So that's just.
I agree with that 100%. That it's a personality thing. It's not about. Social media just makes it easier for you to do it, brings it out in you, or gives you an opportunity to express your cheating abilities better than you've ever done before.
So there's nobody that cheats more. It's just you. You understand?
Right. So basically, I think that's that about that. But I have just a little piece to give. If you are in a relationship like Mr. Prince here, or you're single and you probably want to go into a relationship, according to what we've talked now, I know you must have one or two things that you've taken out of this conversation, things that might help you or will help you in your next or your current relationship, however you choose to apply it. So basically, just stay safe. Whatever it is you're doing, protect yourself, protect your partner, protect your relationship. Because in the real sense of things, as much as social media will excite you, the excitement can be very temporary. If you post a picture of yourself and your partner, or just your partner, and people give you compliments on and on and on, the compliments will be gone in less than 24 hours. So, but some people will actually have something in mind. And there's something that is about negative forces. When you want to do something good and the negative forces around you, it might just truncate the whole thing. So just be careful, stay safe, and protect your partner and your relationship at all costs. Not everyone is actually smiling when they see you post your love life. Some people are not interested in it. Some people are even pained by it. Some people feel like it's not something you should do because they don't have it. And it just makes everything a little bit messy. So protect yourself, like I said, protect your relationship, protect your love life. And thank you to Prince for coming on Alive with Clems. We're back and we're back again. And we're going to be doing so much more than just podcasts. Let me just say that. Whatever it is that's going to be coming up, you will know. Of course, you'll be the first to know. Everybody. And thank you again, guys, for always coming in, for always tuning in on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, especially on Facebook, every platform, and on WhatsApp too. That's where I have family and friends mostly. So thank you guys for always tuning in, for always checking up, all the times that we've been away, for checking up and asking when is the live Clems coming back to your screen. We're back and we thank you for your time. Shout out to Kenny Osha, the man behind the video. Shout out to Kenny Dumade. Shout out to Jiosa, a real estate mogul. And shout out to Big Dave as well. Shout out to everyone. Shout out to you guys for always supporting and showing love to Alive with Clems. Thank you so much. Keep staying alive and keep having fun. I love you. Mwah.
I actually think I wanted to say, but